The sharing of biased and
False news has become all too common on social media.
Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up.
Up here in the mill, the King's Castle / mill, above in Plassey, on the banks of the river, majestic Shannon River, right? And I was coming through town a while ago, and please believe me, lads, the King was in shock. I mean, 75% of the people are not Irish. You know, the King felt like a stranger coming through my own town. I thought I was out in the thick of Europe or something. I thought I was after being out with my old cousin out in Europe. But no, I went. I was here in the heart of it, Limerick City. And obviously the big old match is going on now, isn't it? Tomorrow hurling is on. That's right, Limerick against Galway. That's right, they'll all be out flying their colours. Come on, Limerick. And the GAA, they'll be loving it. The GAA are making a fortune off of this, you see, off the back of the paddy man. So keep that in mind. Because the GAA, they're turncuts. That's right, they left them all into the Crow Park, didn't they? In you go there, Omar. The same man on the internet on about unalive Christians and Jews and everyone else. And they gave him citizenship. Dr. Omar, he calls himself, or Umar. He's on the internet there lately. Did you see him on Derek Domino? Derek Domino, another channel, he's on there, Dr. Umar. Gave himself that name. I work in construction. I should be Dr. Construction Noel. I often do tree cutting and tree topping and all that crack. So I'm a doctor and I'm a tree surgeon. And lads, give us a break, will you? Giving themselves the name Doctor. You know what Doctor, nothing. Spoofer. That's probably should be called Spoofer or Omar or Umar with his little fucking yoke here on the other day. It's some kind of a filter he have on the yoke. He on the internet talking about to a lot of us and they gave him citizenship here in Ireland and he bragging about the patriots here in Ireland now, saying that we're all wasters. That's basically what he's saying. You know, and he's trying to push divide us because he can see above in the north now, as the saying goes, the enemy of my enemy is my best friend. You see? So, and they can see that now. And they're thinking, no, Dr. Umar himself, Dosser, Bum, Spoofer himself, all right? He's saying no, saying the patriots, we shouldn't be uniting with the north at all. Well, I can tell you, we should be, right? We should be, right? We're all Christians. Right, and we can see what Islam is bringing in, the Book of Peace. Every day on the TV, on the news, there's some other fucking shit getting covered up around the place. So you know that. And then they're driving around the roads. They don't even bother looking. I know, I do a lot of driving. The King is always on the go. I do a lot of driving, man. Right? You did no indicators, nothing. They just pull up on the roundabout, no indicators, do what they like, stop what they like, out with the burqa, out with the letterbox. And their husbands are radicals, that's why they dress them that way. So when you walk around and you see them, well, you know they're radicals, man. They're the terror gang, okay? And it comes over here, how can the terror gang themselves be running away from the terror gang? You see, that's a spoof. He's an implement, he's a plant, he's put in there. You see them, when you see that, no, right? No, they're put in here, they're plants. They're put in here to keep a sketch and see what's going on. They're only ready to let rip at any time. That's what they're up to. You see them going around there all the time, man. And then they're just taking over everything, the system. Like, there's no more room in the inn. And they keep demanding more room in the inn. All right? They think they have their own law going because the Irish government and the system is laving them off of it. It's laving them off. It's deliberately been done by the demonic satanic UN outside. The plan was to destroy all countries and turn them into territories. Dissolve all nations, get rid of all your flags, take them down, hoist up the satanic, demonic UN flag. That's what's supposed to be hoisted up. Slowly but surely they tried to implement it. That's why you see fucking everywhere. And they tried to get rid of the tricolour, but that didn't fucking work out too good for them, and it never will in any country. So it's good to see that the Paddyman is united with the Northern Paddyman. The Southern Paddyman needs to unite with the Northern Paddyman, all right? That's what we need to do, and we want our country back. Vet all these people who've commentating, sucking off the system. That's what they're doing. They're in there in their little humdillalas, flying fucking carpets, and they're figuring out how to make our demise, basically, right? That's what's going on in a lot of them. And Omar, that spoofer, doxer, bum, sausage, Omar himself. Even the mosque he was running for a while, that was shut down for terror knocks again. And then they left him open it up again, right? So that's what's going on. All brought to you by this satanic, demonic UN outside, right? So then they'll take over the schools, take over the institutions, then they start pushing in their ways, they'll plant in all their people, for you know to say, no, it's not this way, it's time for Sharia law, and when there's enough from there, then it's off with the lot for the Christians and anyone else, right? And if you don't, then you must pay jizya for staying alive, and that's a tax you must pay every day, and if you don't, your children can be RIPED, and you can be battered and beat with a big long bamboo up and down the street, told walk on the road, you're not allowed to walk in the park, because you're a second-class citizen in your own country. And that's what they do. Everywhere they go, they come from a third world and they drag the third world over here to us with all their little terrorist implants that they have going that are dotted around Ireland as well, right? Preaching hate against the paddy man, against Ireland, against Christians, against everyone and anyone who doesn't agree, submit to their hearing Muhammad. Right, Christians, so wake up. And for any tourists out there, this is especially for the American tourists and many white tourists, but America especially, right? If you're thinking of coming here to the majestic Ireland and the majestic mill here on the banks of the majestic Shannon River, think again, right? Because the way they sell it through there with their little cottages and their thatched roofs by the seaside and the beautiful 40 shades of green grass and the cows and the sheep and the mountains and the mythical lakes and mythical valleys and mythical castles, you know, and the red hair and the leprechauns and the shamrock. Fuck all that. Alhamdulillah, they've left in and they're running rampant their country, taking it over. Dublin is not Dublin anymore. It's like Brussels outside. Right, and they've done the same to Limerick, out and over. Every night you see our trolleys come down the road, trolleys, in by night, they ship them in. And they give them them iPass Centre. What they mean is a place to infiltrate us, right? A place to pack them all in so they can spread out from there. So the king is not a happy king, so keep that in mind, people of the world. They're coming in taking over the schools. I heard one fella chatting the other day, he said, meet me up by our school. He was saying to another fella, up by our school. I mean, the mount that I went to when I was a child, that used to be pure Christian school, made us up there by our school, not by the children's school or the school, up by our school, because they have that taken over, right? Taken over. And little do the people know who's embracing all this, letting this argument, oh, they're all grand. If you only knew the plan, you're like sheep, lambs to the slaughter, right? Know that. Same out in Iran, only 5% of Iran is Muslim. The other 90% are Persians. And look where they're being treated out there by the radical, by the whole of the Islamic system, brotherhood bullshit, right? Right? Just keep that in mind. To have it here in Ireland, two little underground, little get-together bullshit. And figuring out our way, how to do for our demise, you understand? That's what it's about. Working out our demise in the little get-togethers. So that's what they're doing. So you better take note of all that, right? As I said, giving them all the keys, all the houses are getting handed out to them. They're taking up the doctors, they're taking up the schools, they're taking up the dentists. And I'm saying it because it's true, right? They're coming in their fucking droves, right? And they're going back to their own country on holidays. They said they're ran out of there, but yet they're going back to holidays twice a year. All nationalities, every kind of nationality and every kind of breed they've brought in around us, right? At least the Christians don't want to unalive you, but look at the other kind. Look at the Alhamdulillahs, the way they want to unalive you, the way they can switch in a second, the way they are, thinking we're all fucking fools and we're going to put up with them, but we're not. Keep that in mind anyway, right? Keep that in mind. This is Ireland. Ireland belongs to the fucking Irish paddy man, alright? Us, our Irish people and our children, we own this fucking land. No motherfucking one else is coming in and claiming to be Irish and you straight in out of Bangla, motherfucking Desh or wherever you came out of. Alright, claiming to be Irish. You're not fucking Irish at all. None of you are Irish. Unless your grandparents and your grandparents and your great-great-great-grandparents are fucking Irish, you're not. You're none of them things. You're letting on to be Irish. You're not what's known as a plastic paddy. Now with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave it at that. Now, man. So God bless you and God bless your family. The gaff needs fixing up. Better get it sorted soon. So I'm out of here. Boom, so how's she cutting, boys? I just met 3 lads there. They were coming up. I gave one of them a fright. he was coming up. I said, here, I was up there. I said, I'd come down because if I give him a fright here, he'd probably fall off there and it'd be lights out time. So I sat down here and I heard him coming up. And when he came around the corner, I goes, well, man, when I see the fright he got, brother, if you're watching this video, you want to see the face and the fright you got. The three boys, they're sound anyway, lads. Nice to meet the three of you, right?
Stay out when you're issued.